So it's an 18-day countdown from now until Nikon announces its new full-frame camera for its 100th anniversary, which is on the 25th of July. I already told you it's likely going to be a 42 megapixel sensor, not a 46 megapixel. It'll be one of the two, 42 or 46. It'll have the profile of a Nikon D750 as far as its geometric profile. It's going to have an amazing buffer. It's not going to have dual XQD card slots. It'll definitely be XQD and SD card slot. Other than that, it's going to basically have a lot of the same characteristics, except better than the Nikon D500. It will have the dual processing autofocus engine of the Nikon D5. So they're going to take the autofocus engine of the D5, bring it over to the Nikon D820. I don't know what the price will be. I mean, actually, it could be $3,000, but I highly doubt it. It's likely going to be $3,200, but it could even be as cheap as $2,800. Nikon and other Japanese companies usually pull surprises on their 100th anniversary, and they kind of keep the price on their anniversary item slightly cheaper than they normally would. At least that's been the indication in the past from other Japanese companies. So that actually should happen. Whether that happens or not is a good question. It's purely speculative on my part. So, amazing buffer, incredible low light. The Nikon D500, for example, will already take pictures in near darkness of stuff I can't even see. I always find it really amusing when people bitch. I mean, take 8x10 quality with no noise reduction, post-processing done. Decent 8x10 out of the Nikon D500 of stuff I can't even see. And yet people are bitching to me and saying stuff like, well, gee, I hope the the high ISO performance of the new D820 will be better. It's like, how often are you taking pictures of crap you can't even see? I don't know many photographers. I'm going to take a picture of that over there. It's like, what are you taking a picture? I don't know. I can't see it, but I'm going to take a picture of it. So the D500 can already do that. Improvements in micro lens design and actually 80 converter. Could be 14, 16-bit 80 converter, so there might be actually something really amazing. But basically like a Nikon D500 full frame, except on crack. In other words, significantly better. But the output will be unquestionably worse than the Nikon D810. What do I mean by that? Slightly less dynamic range and slightly less. Yeah, basically that'll be a slightly less dynamic range, because the trade-off for insane high ISO is that you turn the camera into like a nocturnal animal, which is really good, and a nocturnal animal can see crap in really, really low light, like a big hoot owl with gigantic eyeballs. But the downside of that, kind of like my nocturnal sugar glider, is that when you bring it out in normal lighting, he would have a shit fit. He would start screeching. In his own little language, he would be basically saying, "It's too bright, goddammit!" So that's the same issue, quote-unquote issue, that the Nikon D500 has, is that it blows specular highlights a wee bit too early. I'm a half a stop, 3/4 of a stop. So the Nikon D820 will have that same issue, I can assure you of that. So the D810, as far as ultimate image output where you're controlling all the lighting, the actual Nikon D810 will have better dynamic range than the new D820, but no one will give a damn about that, because the D820 will be amazingly fast, amazing autofocus, incredible buffer, and 42 or 46 megapixels, so nobody will give a rat's ass about the fact that the dynamic range is just a wee bit less than the Nikon D810. Nobody will care. Well, maybe like 3 or 4 people will care, but nobody will give a damn about what those 3 to 4 people care about regarding that. So it's 18 days and counting. Mark it on your calendar, girlfriend. Nikon!